Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, as always, I want to give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kahakudash. Of course, double honors goes out to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and sincere peace and salutation goes out to the elect. And real quick, just, I just want to address this, this whole, situation with Ryan Garcia and the last recent videos that he's been making is just kind of hitting the all different social media accounts, all these different social media platforms, and kind of exposing the really things that have the light has already been shined on, and the brother, the elder, out there in London made a beautiful point, in reference to the information that you're bringing out. Has already, first and foremost, this big brother, hey, our apostles and elders have been bringing this out for for decades. The Lord has put the spirit, really, as Psalm 64, states, I shall make their own tongues to, fall upon them. Matter of fact, let me get that, because I had a couple other scriptures I wanted to pull as well. I'll make their tongue fall. Let's fall. Yes, Psalm 64:8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see him shall flee away. Right. So, there are many different, whistleblowers, individuals that are set up. The spirit was actually put on them, to expose, the things that are being done in the dark, pertaining to these, the elite, starting with the 1% of this world, these different banking families, the little hats, the little hat people, the big noses, all right, and the things that they are doing behind closed doors, okay? And there are a lot of different testimonies, there's a lot of different, allegations that have been brought up, and a lot of names have been dropped, pertaining to this, sex trafficking and the kidnapping of children, the whole situation that the quote unquote the border crisis, and children disappearing. They had the whole Pizzagate scandal, the Epstein Island. There was lists and names were dropped, and so on and so forth. And all of the light has been shined on this topic. And what this guy and what you're saying, first and foremost, man, when you get to a certain position, within this world, first and foremost, who runs this world, man? Esau, Edom, the wicked, okay, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the Job 9:24 states, the earth, you can get it real quick. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? So let me just grab it. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? Okay, the biblical wicked are who? The Edomites. Okay, Esau, Edom, the borders of wickedness. All right, what is that? Malachi 1. Yep, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Okay, that's the point. And the people against whom the Lord have indignation against forever. So these people, okay, starting, like I said, with the elite, okay, the 1% of these international bankers, okay, these specific families, okay, that have been set in a position of rulership, man. Okay, the kings of this world. Okay, the self-proclaimed white man, whether they they call themselves Caucasian, whether you want to be European, whether you want to be French. Okay, whatever you want to, paint yourself or categorize yourself as, you have a scriptural ethnicity. Okay, you have a scriptural nationality, and you come from the man Edom Esau. All right, and you've been given dominion. Okay, for a certain season and portion of time. Okay, but nonetheless, okay, the point being with the information that Ryan Garcia is bringing out. You ain't speaking about nothing new. And the beautiful point that the elder was making, out there in London, I believe is where the elder Rukaya Kwame, he was saying that, really these people, these peons don't really fucking care. Okay, the masses of people don't care. They come across this information like he was saying in the video that he dropped pertaining to this topic. It's been spoken about. There have been many different cases that have been brought up, many different, like I said, they dropped a movie on this, going into the documentary, going into the different, the sex trafficking of children and so on and so forth. The different people that got their hands tied within this stuff, all of the different allegations and things of that nature. And right now with the whole, you see these gatekeepers being exposed, okay, being brought to the center stage, and it's really desensitizing the masses to the really these satanic rituals that be going on behind closed doors. All right. And people know it, they see it, and then they be on to the next thing. And that's the point that the elder was making. And that's exactly what goes on. Okay? This information is exposed and don't nobody give a shit about it. I mean, they put it in the movies and it's super spiritual because I was watching, I had this pulled up. The elders out there in LA spoke about this years ago, back in 2019 when they actually dropped this movie. They spoke about it and I just got a chance to actually watch it. And this is what this is speaking about. The whole thing of them, kidnapping kids and scaring them halfway to death and getting that adrenaline going and adrenochrome and basically drinking these children's blood, all right, to they think this is some elixir of life and it's, it's going to give them, I guess, prolong their life. But they were showing that in this movie in a roundabout way, okay? So they have put this shit right in your face, and everybody that's in the entertainment industry, the Hollywood, okay, all these different, actresses, these singers, these rappers, all of these individuals that are really on a high level within that world, okay, are doing these things, man. All right, these are the rituals that they had to partake in. You understand? And and this is the thing, the masses know it, but what the fuck are they doing about it? Ain't nobody speaking. The thing is, individuals like this will make certain statements, but it's like, hey, but go see my fight though. It's a lot of controversy, but you ain't dropping no names. All right? You talk about you got this, and I'm scared for my family, I'm scared of this and that and this. Okay? But first and foremost, where's your faith? You're supposed to be a Christian, right? You're supposed to be standing up, right? You see, and that's why I'm gonna go to this Psalms 94 and 15, no, and 16. It says, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?" And this is the question that's presented, and the answer is in Romans the 11th chapter. Okay, the fifth, or one of the answers, shall I say, Romans 11:5, it says, "Even so then at this present time also there's a remnant according to election of grace." So there's a remnant, okay? There's an election, okay? Who the Lord was going to put the spirit on these individuals, all right, to wake them up, all right, so they can what, man? They can expose this stuff, man. So he can use them as vessels to work through and to preach and teach, to edify, to prophesy against the virgin daughter of Babylon, man. All right, to preach Yahweh Shai. All right, to preach the gospel, the good news. Okay, not just to go in here and make bold. You making certain statements, and then you turn the camera on and back to your camp and back to training for your next upcoming fight. Okay. So finishing out, it says, "And if by grace, then it is no more of works, otherwise grace is no more. But if it be of works," it says, "then is it no more grace, otherwise work is no more work." It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, right? But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded." So that's what season and time we in. Okay, there's going to be election according to the grace that we're going to be able to receive the truth, which is i.e. Yahweh Shai, okay? And be able to through the Holy Spirit be able to gain, okay, the understanding of the scriptures ultimately, okay, the past, present, and the future, understanding the mind of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, understand what His will is, and act according to that, man. Okay, But then you got the other of our people, 2/3, which this is all prophecy, man. Okay, you got 1/3 of our people that are going to be able to receive it. Then you got 1/3. You got the government of Yahweh Shai. You got the prophets. Okay, the ones that are going to be out on the highways and the byways. Okay, sighing and crying for all the abominations that are being done in the midst thereof. Okay, you're going to have the portion of the believers. Okay, the men, women, and children that are going to believe in it. Okay, and then you have the rest of our people that's not going to be able to receive it. And it's what? In verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Okay, and the thing is bro, the crazy thing is the information is readily available. The Lord in the season of time that we're living in, he has what? And he said what was in Daniel, and knowledge shall be increased. Okay, this technological age that we're in, this information age that we're in, this stuff is readily available at your fingertips. And the thing is people will see it, people will hear it, and it'll just go in one ear and out the other. They'll see it, and it'll just be they're into your brain. Of course you don't process it. It'll just flow right on out of it to the next thought or to the next thing. Okay, and it's because the Lord has darkened your ability to understand it. By way of the angels or the spirits or the ministers of the Lord, man. Okay, it says eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear. It says David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. It says let their eyes be darkened that they may not see and bow down their back all way. Okay, so ultimately the Lord has a portion of people that are going to receive it. And likewise they were not. Okay, and I'm gonna finish off in in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, because this in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, let me go to it real quick. Ezekiel the 37th chapter, let me see, Ezekiel 37, and I had to highlight, Ezekiel 37:10. And Ezekiel received a vision from the Lord, and he basically seen that Jake or Israel was in a dead state. Okay, the bones that were seen in the valley, and it's speaking about the virgin daughter of Babylon, where we're at right now. Okay, and he asked, can these bones live? Okay, and then the spirit, the breath. What is it? What did it say? The point was in, because I wanted to get 10. It says. In 5th, it says, thus saith the Lord, power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Through what? The Holy Spirit, man. All right? The Holy Spirit, okay, enter back into those selected or elected souls, okay? And what it gave you, the sinews, the flesh, okay? The skin, all of that came back on the body, and we were alive again. Okay, because we were departed, we were given what was taken away from us. Okay, starting with the knowledge of who our power is and the knowledge of self, the who, what, where, when, and why. Okay, and understanding what's to come. Okay, but then the 10th verse, and this is the point. So I prophesied and commanded me, and I breathed, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. All right, so going back into the point. What was that? I had it. It was actually in Psalms 94. Who shall stand up against the evildoers for me, man, and the workers of iniquity? It's that exceeding great army that the Lord was going to put that breath back into them, so they were going to live again. Okay, because the individuals that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And that's what the majority of our people are, because first and foremost, we out teaching, we out telling you what it is. These things have been exposed. Okay, going back into these, the movie, these different, allegations I mentioned, the Pizzagate, the Epstein Island, it's so many of them, man. Okay, the apostles, they've been going into this stuff, but you want to know what the majority of our people don't give a shit. They just care about, it's extremely, this narcissistic mentality, this self-centered, selfish-ass mentality that they have, that they get from their daddy. which you of your father the devil, and the lust of it you shall do. And that's why Sirach 10 says what it says. It says, as the king or as the leader of these people, as the king, so are the people, or so are the officer, or the man of people, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? So that's what we're seeing. So not for nothing that, bro, you ain't saying nothing new. Okay? And the majority of these people don't care, and they're not going to care. The only time you're going to care is when it's strictly or when it's directly affecting you. Okay? And when it really gets serious out here. But by then, it's going to be too fucking late. Okay? The Lord is only here for the elect and the elect only. And the rest of Israel, you're going to get it on the other side. Okay? So that's the point, man. All of this, this fucking, these gimmicks, these acts, I don't know if it's clickbait, you want attention, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. I mean, it's serving its purpose, obviously, because the Lord has got all of this stuff happening. Obviously what he's saying, it is true. Okay. Now, whether or not his position in all of this, or how, where he plays in the part in all of this, we're going to see how things pan out. Okay. But at the end, we know how things going to pan out. Okay, this place is going to be wiped off the map. That's thus saith the Lord. That's thus saith the scriptures, man, the prophecy. All right. So, so with that, I'm going to end it there. With that, all praises glory and honor goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation goes to the elect, man. Shalom.